Okay, guys, we have the world famous Pawan Hewage, our loyal, one of our favorites. Pawan, how are you, man?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm from Colombo, Sri Lanka.
Yes, awesome. Your name gave it away.
Hi, Pawan, how are you?
I'm good. Good, sir.
Pawan, you have any questions for us?
Yeah, I have technical questions to ask. Yeah.
Go for it. I love technical stuff.
Yeah. So my first question is, was it fair by the ICC match referee to award England the 2019 ICC World Cup by the virtue of more sixes and boundaries hit? Would it have been better for the on-field umpires and the match referee to have another super over and determine the winning team by the most runs scored than the opposition team?
Okay, I'm going to throw this to Stefan and Sallu.
Actually, Viren is ready for this.
I think we're ready for it.
Okay, Viren, you want to take this one? Go for it.
Okay, so Pawan, I think immediately, so if you look at context, right, I think prior to the 2019 World Cup, no one envisaged that the World Cup final would go down A to a super over and B have a super over that's tied. So in hindsight, I think the ICC would have liked to review it. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, from now on at all ICC events, if the final goes down to a super over, I think, and if the super over is tied, if I'm not mistaken, they will play a second super over. And after that, if the second super over is tied as well, the trophy is shared. I honestly think if it boils down to technicalities, if the 2019 World, as it was the case in the 2019 World Cup, I would have liked to see it based around the loss of wickets or dismissals in ODIs, and in that case, the trophy would have gone to New Zealand. But those boil down to technicalities, but that does not take anything away from the game. I think that was the perfect game for ODI cricket at the time. And whether it should have gone down to the super over is another question to be asked. If Kumar Dharmasena got his call right, which none of us knew about as well, so I can't blame him on that front.
No, but the thing is, before like Viren said, before the tournament started, both captains would have had the rule book. And that rule would have been there, saying that if it goes to super over, it would go to the boundaries. So then no one in their wildest imaginations would have thought the final would have gone to a super over, let alone that be tied as well.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at it technically, fair enough, they went by the rules, and that's how it happened.
But interesting thought over here.
We decided more fairly.
Interesting thought over here. When ICC came up with the rules, they decided that the team with most boundaries will win. What are you trying to promote? That singles, doubles, wickets are not important.
Exactly, I don't agree with that at all, because in the end, whatever they score is making up the same total, right? Doesn't matter how you get it.
Exactly, right? It doesn't make any sense.
But guys, I'll give you a small fact about getting ready. I can remember one Pakistan India World Cup final went into same thing, and there was a ball out happening. And and if you can remember that ball out, Indian bowlers did really well. And the background story is that Dhoni was prepared.
They trained for it.
Yeah, they trained for it.
And coach, if I'm not mistaken, he bowled all his spinners. So you had Robin Uttappa jogging up, Virendra Sehwag jogging up, whereas Pakistan had their frontline seamers trying to hit the stumps and all of this.
It was not spinners.
Not only that, if you go and check the video again, that you can see Dhoni's asking them to bowl to Dhoni, not to the stumps.
Yeah, and Dhoni was right, like he was behind the stumps, kneeled down, so he was not moving. So it was an easy target for them, and it was not spinners. The idea was that they were going for anyone who practiced and hit the stumps during practice.
Apparently, they had after every practice session, they had a ball out, and then according to that, they picked the best bowlers.
Yeah, it just goes to show how great Dhoni is. Pawan, I hope you got your answer for that. Do you have any other questions for us?
Yes, I have one more question.
Go for it.
Does Sri Lanka cricket have to improve the domestic club structure by reducing the number of clubs, or does Sri Lanka cricket have to start a provincial tournament for all 9 provinces, where each cricketer plays for their respective provinces and could perhaps introduce new talented cricketers from each province?
Awesome question, coach. All yours.
It's a tricky one, like what you're saying now. Yes, now we are from last 10 years we are trying to do this. We are trying to reduce the teams. We are trying to bring up provincial teams into play. But as you're saying about provincial teams, that if you go to different provinces, that you can see different structures. Like the school structures, sometimes they are not good enough. Sometimes they don't have the facility which we got in Colombo. Because that I don't think that straight away going for that is the answer. What we need to do is that developing infrastructure first of all around Sri Lanka. put up proper bases on those provinces, saying that okay, these are the places that we are going to improve, and start grassroots grassroots cricket from that point to the next level. That's the first thing about that. Then the second thing is that what you're saying about reducing the teams. Yes, that's a very good thing. Then the best cricketers in the country will play against each other. But remember this now: when you put the 6 teams together, in Sri Lanka we got very talented people, like the talented cricketers who are playing in different small clubs. Like okay, because of this structure, we got players like Ajanta Mendis, then who played tier B cricket in Sri Lanka. They got exposed only because we had a lot of teams. Because that we need to find a way to bring those guys into the main teams. Other than that, they'll go down as usual. Because I have seen a lot of good people, like good players who are playing in very small clubs.
But could Sri Lanka cricket invest in each province, like making grounds, investing money on it?
Actually, Pawan, making grounds can't do this basically. What I see is that, because I was from the same structure, things that you need to have a good talent search and you need to have a pool of players from each province. The problem that is that we are having is that even we identified pool of players, think that we got players from Trinco. We identified players from Trinco, bringing them into a competition to Colombo, paying them some money, first of all, this. Whoever the players that you are saying is that okay, if we identify from the under 17, from under 17 to 25, we have till 25, we have to look after them. We have to give them money to because if not, they will move out of cricket and go to different jobs. Because of that, it's not an easy job. What we are saying, yes, it should be invested, but the thing is that we are still putting our program. That's the thing.
And Pawan, you mentioned something about you wanted the players to play from the province they belong to. Am I right?
Yeah, from each province.
Yeah,
that's what
like Dilshan, he was from Kalutara, so he can for an example, I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's how it is in Australia. It makes a lot of sense. You play for where you're from.
Yeah, like Suranga Lakmal is from.
Then you get the high
Yeah, the problem with that is then you might have Colombo winning every year. So that's my only concern.
Yeah, what he's talking is long run. I think, in the long run, way that we can. Yeah, it's a very good idea. Again, the same problem will come because those in Colombo, the players will get more money because that suddenly all these players from out of the Colombo will reach Colombo clubs because club structure is based on Colombo. Now, if you see club like Ragama CC, even though they are say Ragam CC, they're based on Colombo. They practice in Thurston grounds, everything happening in Colombo.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Pawan, for all those questions. They were really good. We have so many people in the studio, so I'm going to try and get to them as well. But it was awesome chatting with you, man. And I know you follow all our videos, so I'm pretty sure you're going to win on the quiz very soon. And see you next week, okay? And keep following.
Thank you,
keep
Mr.
watching.
Thank you so much.
See you, Pawan. Awesome.